Hey everybody, it's your girl Shay on this Thursday, and we have guest Sundace Sweet Treats and Eats LLC with us.
Whoop,
What's
whoop.
up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Let us know about this Sunday Sweets Treats and Eats.
Sure. So, if y'all not familiar, my name is Lazaro Coney Jr., and I am the proud owner of Sunday Sweet Streets and Eats LLC. The inspiration came from my little doggy. You just talking about your dog. I got a dog too.
Okay.
I got a little baby. She's a Maltese mixed pit bull, little feisty. She's actually sitting right here next to me. And so she was pretty much the inspiration behind my business. It started off as a small candy store, and then I like to cook. So I just started sharing my videos and my pictures on Facebook of the things that I was cooking. And I got so many messages, inboxes, calls, like, you selling this stuff, you selling this stuff. So one day I was like, man, food is working for me. And
Okay.
people, not only, what I'm saying, do people know me, but they taste my food, and I've been getting really, really, really good reviews since. So yeah, Sunday Sweet Street Sneaks LLC. And so I
Okay.
not only do food, I do a little sweets, snacks and things like that.
So let me ask you a question. Do you consider yourself a chef or a cook? Because a lot of people don't know the difference from a chef and a
This is
cook. So a lot of people, oh, I'm a chef, I'm a chef, I'm a chef, and can't do no chef work. Because a cook is someone who cooks
that
food daily as a profession, and a chef is a person, they go off the degree and the experience in cooking. So are you a chef or a cook?
I would call myself a cook.
Okay.
I didn't go to school for cooking or anything, but I did grow up in the house with cooks. And so just as a young child, I was always, watching what they put in the food, how this tastes this good, asking questions and stuff like that. And so now by me living by myself, I got to cook for myself. And
Okay.
so, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of experimenting and things like that. And that's how I learned how to make even better meals and things like that.
But the saying, men can't cook. A lot of people say men can't cook. So, I mean,
Yeah, I don't too much agree with that because I know that I'm a black man that can cook very, very well.
are you clean with your cooking?
Absolutely, always,
Okay,
always.
so break
Being
down your
sanitary is the best way to
preparation.
go.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I can hear you.
No, I'm sorry. I just said being sanitary is the best way to go.
Absolutely. It's not even just with COVID.
Yep, just period.
Absolutely. Just period. A lot of people don't wash their hands, or when they do wash their hands, they don't know the wash the hand method. The front, the back,
Exactly.
lathering it up. For 20 seconds or more. Some people really just wash their hands and good, but you can't eat from everyone's house. So
Absolutely
just
not.
going from a word of mouth, I would say, how would you handle it if a customer has brought food from you and they didn't like it? Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Well, my very first job when I turned 18, very
Okay.
first job was Boston Market. So I've always pretty much been in, I'll be 30 this year, but I've pretty much always been in the food industry. And we always get customers that, like maybe not like something that they got or whatever. And so I think the best way to go is being professional about it and, ask them what did they not like about it? Was there anything I can do different, or could I replace your meal for the free? And see, I'm the type of person I like to give. You know what I'm saying? So if a customer doesn't like what I just offered, I don't mind offering them some different alternative and that being free because it's not going to take nothing from me to make sure that my customer is satisfied.
Absolutely, because you want that long term customer. You don't just want
And
no.
exactly.
Sometimes you get customers doing season, and I mean all customers count. They
Yep,
absolutely
absolutely.
do. So, what is your approach to the marketing right now with the cooking? Are you going to just stay cooking from your home? Are you trying to branch out to a facility? What is your expectations for Sunday?
I am So right now I am actually working on getting a facility.
Okay.
I know that they in the Bible they talk about despise not small beginnings, and so I feel like now this was my small beginning as far as like cooking at home and things like that. But I have been actively seeking out different facilities that I can use or whatever. And so in the next few months, I got a few things up my sleeve, something new for Sundays Sweet Treats and Eats. Just expanding my brand and making sure that everything is everything pretty much.
What do you bake? What are your
Cheesecake.
okay? You bake good cheesecake.
Cheesecake. I bake great cheesecake.
How many times did you have to mess up those cheesecakes before they became
Oh
great?
my God. I don't even want to begin to explain. it actually took a lot of times, because here's the thing: you would try something for the first time and be like, "Oh, this came out good," and then if you don't write that recipe down, you know what I'm saying, or if you don't take heed to like the way that you did it the first time, you're gonna mess it up. And so there were a few times where I thought I can do things off remembrance.
Okay.
No, you got to write that stuff down so that it can come out the same way every time. And it take me 6 hours to bake that cheesecake.
6 hours?
6 hours for the whole process. It takes 6 hours.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't like the in the box cheesecake.
I was about to say, do you make everything from scratch?
Absolutely, always.
Because you know a lot of people, oh, I can cook, try my food, and they will give you canned food. Can you, being a cook, are you able to identify canned food from?
That's a really good question. For the most part, some people know. I mean, you know, some people know how to kind of spice their stuff up, add a little this and that. But for the most part, you can really tell. You know, and that's not to take from anybody who uses box, you know what I'm saying, things to cook their food. It's not taken away from them, but I just know that for my own preferences, I like making stuff from scratch. Like even I make stuffed chicken breasts, and stuffed salmon, even down to my cream spinach is from scratch.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
so what drives you just to be this cook? Because now you're talking about spinach. Now at first it started off with chicken, and then you went into bacon. So it's like, oh my gosh, you are everywhere in the kitchen. But as long as you know what you're doing, that's a great thing. So, but what really determines you to just be like, you know what, I'm going to cook, and I just need somebody to try. What is that drive? What is it that makes you want to cook?
I honestly don't have a real answer for that, but the only thing that I can think of right now is that it works.
Okay.
Cooking works.
Okay.
You know, cooking really works for me. I can fry you a nice piece of golden brown catfish. You feel me? I can even go to something as simple as making sub sandwiches. Sub sandwiches are one of my number one hitters too.
Okay, let me ask you a question though, because you know, a lot of people, especially with being with health wise, a lot of people like their food blend. So when you cook your food, do you add spices and seasoning to it, not being considerate about others who might don't like it, or do you put those condiments on the side for them? How do you go about
it? For the most part, if there's someone who, you know what I'm saying, can't do the salt thing, they'll give me a special order, and so I'll make that separate. So I'm always good with, you know, making separate orders or special orders, and I'm always being considerate of others' health, you know what I'm saying? And even for those who don't eat like pork, stuff like that, I'm always being considerate in that. If a recipe calls for like salt or anything in the water, I won't add salt to the water. You know, so just always being conscious of everyone else and not just myself. I might like it this way, but somebody else might not be able to take it that way.
Let's take a look at some of these photos of your cooking. I would actually definitely love to share it. So I do remember you sending it to me. I just can't remember where, but I do remember. But no, I do. One thing too though, because I remember you just made some these are egg rolls. So what type of egg rolls that you make on a regular?
Jerk chicken, Italian beef, jerk steak, salmon egg rolls, which happen to be delicious, by the way. Jerk shrimp egg rolls, any kind of buffalo chicken, any kind of meat, or I make mac and cheese egg rolls as well. So pretty much any kind of meat, or I make veggie egg rolls too. Okay. And so now.
So what are these egg rolls?
I think those were steak and chicken.
Oh my gosh, they do look golden.
Yeah. And see, the key, I tell people all the time, the key to those egg rolls is having fresh grease. You want to have fresh grease. You don't want to be making no egg rolls in no dirty grease, trying to serve it.
You refresh your grease all the time.
Absolutely, always.
So break down this menu for me.
Okay. So this is really just one of my standard menus. I have a few different standard menus, and I also have a catering menu as well. So this menu is just like for like today, after this show, I'll be selling egg rolls today. So these are just pretty much the different kind of meats that I normally have: jerk chicken, buffalo chicken, jerk steak, Italian beef. They're normally
egg rolls.
I'm sorry?
These are just your egg. This is just the egg roll.
Yep, these are just the egg rolls.
Okay.
So yep. I normally sell them two two for a certain price, or you can buy them by the dozen. So like all the chickens are 2 for $6, the steak is 2 for $8, and then the specialty meats like Italian beef, salmon, shrimp, those are 2 for $10.
Now,
Yeah.
how do a new customer or top for the Sunday sweets and treats? How would they order?
So for the most part, I get inboxes from people all the time. They can inbox me, and I'm pretty good at inboxing back. And I also leave my number too on my social media sites.
Okay,
Those
now
are sub sandwiches.
what's these sub sandwiches? Because you say these you got sub sandwiches. So break down, how do you make these sub sandwiches to be a hit?
Oh, I think the key to the sub sandwiches would have to be the sub oil, the submarine
Okay.
oil. That I think that's the key.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's the key.
So what is different from your sub sandwiches from everyone else that is making these same type of sub? Is it a type of oil? Is it just maybe you making them with love and care? What is what is different?
And what's funny is I was actually going to say I do make them with love and care, but I think that what makes me stand out, you have to get the kind of bread. It's a certain type of bread. Now, even with these sandwiches, I've messed up with these too, and they pretty simple. But it's all in the kind of bread you use. It's all in the kind of meat you use,
Okay.
and how much time and effort you're actually putting into your sandwich, and not just throwing it together.
Okay, okay. So when it comes down to a full menu, what all would be on the Sunday sweet and treats menu?
I'm
Do you have a
glad you
full
asked that.
menu?
I'm so glad you asked that because I literally just 2 days ago I was driving and I started thinking to myself. I said, okay, so when I do open up my restaurant, I kind of have a consistent flow of what's going to actually be on the menu.
Okay.
And what I went with was egg rolls, tacos, nachos, of course my stuffed chicken and my stuffed salmon. And on my catering menu too, I also offer side dishes like mashed potatoes, corn, baked mac and cheese. There's a jerk mac and cheese that I have on my menu that is delicious. I don't make it myself, but I do have a contractor. His name is Eric Winfield. He makes the jerk mac and cheese, and it is delicious. So I've added that to my cater menu as well.
Okay, and I was going to ask you that. So are you in the business by yourself, or do you have a team to help you get get this?
So right now, I am pretty much by myself. I do have delivery drivers, and I do have a contracted cook as far as like for my baked mac and cheese. Now, what I'm working towards now is getting someone who can handle my phones, my messages, can take orders, and somebody that can swipe the card for the orders. Because the thing is, what people don't understand is when you become a full-time entrepreneur, and I'm not sure if I shared that, but I am a full-time entrepreneur. You become everything. You know what I'm saying? So you become the boss, the janitor, the cook, the cleaner, the administrator. You're doing everything until you're able to build a solid team. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So that's the process that I'm in right now. We're trying to build a solid team so that when it's time to get into the facility, I want to come in set. I don't want to wait till I get the facility, then try to work on X, Y, and Z. So I'm trying to get all that stuff done now.
That's great. That means you're putting everything in process. You're putting it in order to get this, to take the necessary steps that you have to get done. Anything that is good is going to take time. And
Absolutely.
that's just how I feel. I feel like anything that happens so fast, so quick. Sometimes things, it just happens out of faith, and it gonna go all the way through. But sometimes it don't. It's always good to put things into plan, into a vision. But my question for you, you stated like you're looking to open up this business facility right now. Do you do any like raffle giveaways for like your dinners? Do you have any type of giveaways for people who don't know who you are, just to put yourself out there?
I normally do a lot of giveaways and a lot of raffles. So I have another business too, and it's called Lazaro Coney Jr. Presents. And so I pretty much do a lot of pop-up shops.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. So I always put together pop-up shops. And so I use those times to highlight other black businesses. And so I always tell my vendors, and even the people that come out, that my events are not about me. It's about all these black businesses and all these black people that's been flourishing through a pandemic. And
Yes.
so in those pop-up shops, I always do giveaways. Even on Facebook, I always do like small giveaways or whatever. Try to give away food because, like I said, it's not gonna harm me to give away 2 egg rolls, 3 egg rolls. You know what I'm saying? So especially since I want to get myself out there and get people to know, you know what I'm saying, more about who Sunday Sweet Streets and East LLC is.
Absolutely. That is very good. So speaking of the other business, what is the other business that you just spoke on that you have?
So yeah, that's Lazaro Cody Jr. Presents. I pretty much do, it's like your one-stop shop for event needs. So event decor, coordinating. I'm really good at coordinating events, coordinating sweets tables, one-stop shop events,
So
basically.
do you ever cater for your own events?
I do. I do.
Have
I'm
you?
trying to get, but what I'm trying to do, I'm trying not to be in the habit of doing that for myself, because what I've noticed about myself is sometimes I can overdo it. You
Okay.
know, and I be needing a little time to relax.
Okay.
So I have a my 30th birthday is coming up, and I'm planning a Grammy Awards slash fashion show. I always do fashion shows for my birthday, but this
Okay.
year I wanted to make it kind of over the top. And so this year I don't think I'm gonna do, you know what I'm saying,
So
myself. I'm
is
gonna
there
venture.
is there any type of cook or chef that you do admire, that any type of cookbooks or anything that you do kind of find yourself on the hobby side looking at to always better yourself?
Yes, so there's a young lady who goes to my church. Her name is Tanisha Hall Conley, and I'm pretty sure that she wouldn't mind if I share her story. But she was diagnosed with cancer some years ago, and
Okay.
throughout her time of going through that phase, she was still going to culinary school. And so she would always share, you know what I'm saying, her experiences and how she wasn't feeling the best, but she was still pressing her way to go to school. And then she actually graduated and, you know, got her certification for that and became a licensed chef. And so since then, I'm telling you, you can't even tell that she even experienced going through cancer, losing her hair, all her hair, taking chemo. This day in 2021, you would not be able to tell that this lady went through that.
That's God.
And when I say God is amazing,
Absolutely.
God is amazing. And
Won't
so,
he do it?
yeah, yes, absolutely, every time. And so, to her, I'm pretty sure that she probably knows, or she probably doesn't know, but I admire this lady so much because
Okay.
even through adversity, she learned how to stand strong and
Okay.
stand on her business.
So was she a cook or a chef?
She's a chef.
Okay. And she
She's a
still was
chef,
doing it through
and
this
she's
whole
still
process.
going. She's
Never
still
lost
going
her
hard,
faith.
still going hard, and I'm so appreciative to her for that.
Absolutely. Do you have any favorite cooking dishes that you use?
Favorite cooking dishes like
Favorite cooking dishes. I'm sorry. Do
uh
you have any favorite cooking utensils that you use, such as a pot, a
oh
skillet?
yeah, my favorite thing to use is the wok. I love the wok. The wok. I love the wok because I can cook my fried cabbage in there. Um, I
So
make
you
fried
cook fried
cabbage.
cabbage.
I do, and it's delicious, might I add. But I
You know
love
what?
making.
I've seen a couple of photos to where some people have eaten some things and left you completely dry. So I was like,
Yeah,
okay, maybe
yeah.
this guy can cook. He
It gets
definitely.
like that for real. It gets like that. But the wok, I can make cabbage in that. I can fry egg rolls in that. There's so many different things that, you know what I'm saying, I can do with that pot. Um, I love it. I love it.
Okay. So, do you have any type of upcoming events where you will be hosting, where you're doing any catering, any upcoming?
Yes. So like I had said before, I'm full time entrepreneur, and so my second business was Eric Coney Jr. Presents. I really just started that business not even 2 whole months ago, and I'm
Okay.
booked up for that
All
business
right.
all the way up to September.
Congratulations to
I didn't
that.
want to take anything. I didn't want to take anything after September because my birthday in October, and I need to be planning for my birthday. But
Okay.
I'm booked up for that. Catering gigs, I'm pretty much booked up as well. Um, every weekend I pretty much got big catering orders. These past 2 weekends have been like, I would say, the most challenging because I had the most stuff to do. You know,
Okay.
like 4 or 5 pans of sandwiches for one order. One order had a 40-piece baked chicken plus a pan of spaghetti and garlic bread. Another order had 400 wings,
Oh wow.
two and a half pans of spaghetti, 4 pans of sandwiches. Then another order. All this was just one day of catering orders.
Oh wow.
You
Oh
know what
wow.
I'm saying? So it gets real hectic like that. But I thank God for people in my corner who are willing to help me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't take that for granted. I don't take that lightly at all. Anybody that's been in my corner since day one, I really appreciate them, and I just thank them because as I'm growing in the business field, you know what I'm saying, I'm learning that I cannot do everything by myself, and it is okay for me to take a break.
Yes, it is. It is. Don't overwhelm yourself. What's for you is for you. And
Absolutely.
like you said, you that support system that you do have there. The main thing is don't abuse them because you know a lot of people will have support, and then because you are now being exposed to a lot of other revenue
Yep.
opportunities, and people start to act different.
Yep.
So stay branded, stay true
Absolutely.
to yourself. And
Absolutely.
I do want to ask you though, how did you even just come up with the Sunday? You said it was about your dog, but
Hmm.
what made you just tie the name unto your business to an LLC?
Um, that's a really good question. Like I said, it started off as a candy store, and
Okay.
then it went from that to me like just posting my food to people saying like you should sell this, you want to sell this, and so I started. I don't know because a lot of times I have a lot of time of reflection, especially when I'm driving by myself, and that's pretty much like 90% of the time I'm driving by myself, and I'm always driving long distances. So I
Okay.
think just those little times of reflection that I was having, I was just like, man, I wonder if I do this. And so a lot of times I kind of go with the flow and see what it do. And I'm the type of person where I put my hands in pretty much everything. You feel me? To see where I can find my niche.
Okay.
And this kind of worked out because it went from food. I mean, it went from candy store to food. So
Okay.
that the sweets was the candy and the snowballs and all of that good stuff. And then it
Okay.
turned into the food. I started doing the catfish and I started doing the egg rolls and the treats. It started doing with the sweet tables and everything that I'm doing now. And
Okay.
so I saw that, like I said, I saw that it worked. And so I'm like, man, okay, let's see if I do this. So this time I'm gonna take it up a different notch, a
Right.
higher notch. And it
Okay.
was like every time I turned it up a notch, it
Okay.
started better and better, and it started working more and more.
Okay.
And so I've been knew I was gonna be an entrepreneur. I just never knew when it was gonna be full time
Or what it was going to be.
or what it was gonna be. And
Okay.
so I took a chance. I ain't gonna lie to you. I took a chance, and that chance worked. My pastor, Bishop Al Reese, if y'all didn't know, Bishop Al Reese III is my pastor. Faith Life Church. But
Okay.
he said he said something that stuck with me from the day he said it to now. Why not take the chance and it may work versus not taking the chance and it don't work at all?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
So here I am. Okay, let me just go back to 2020. I got fired from my job, and it's so crazy. Here it is, July 2021. A lot of people don't even know that I don't even work at Garfield Park Behavioral Hospital anymore. People
Okay.
still ask me to this day, "You still work at Garfield Park?" I got fired from Garfield Park, and at the end of January 2020. From
Okay.
January 2020, thank you, Lord. From January 2020 to August of 2020, God kept me, and I made more money than I ever made in my life uh, without a job. And Garfield Park, don't get me wrong, Garfield Park had paid some decent money. But here's the thing, my cousin, her name Tiara, she got her own business too called the Better Lux label. She said something to me that stuck with me. She said, cousin, I thought about something. And she was like, I was working a good job, getting paid a good amount of money and bonuses. She said, but I got tired of being at a place where they put a cap on what I get paid. This is
Absolutely.
only how much I can make in a day. This is only how much I can make in 2 weeks. And so that stuck with me too. And it's like, dude, working for myself, although it gets hard, sometimes it gets stressful, I'm able to do pretty much what I want to do at the time I want to do it. And if don't nobody know nothing about me, I'm gonna let y'all learn this today.
Absolutely.
I don't like getting up early.
Okay.
I had to be at Garfield Park at 7 a.m. I took advantage because I was 9 minutes away from the job. I hated getting up early in the morning. With my own business, I'm able to get up at the time I want to get up.
Make your own schedule.
I can make my own schedule. And this is not to downplay people that still work jobs. It's not at all because
We know
everybody is not built to start a business.
absolutely because you know what?
Everybody's not built for that.
I always get on here and I always, and it's not to bash no one for saying everybody sells wrestling suits, everybody want to wear wrestling suits, everybody want to do this. It's not saying it, but I just feel like for me, what I want to do, I'm not about to get up every day and go work for somebody else and this they business, this they dream, and I'm still helping them become a, a 500 fortunate company, but I don't have nothing. So it's like when I'm gonna work towards something for me. So I don't want to go work. I don't want to go do that. I'm gonna start my own thing. So I found my niche with like using my mouth because I'm, Shaquan keeps it real. There's really no filter. So for anybody that do know me, despite the past, the history or whatever, but I love the woman I have became.
Absolutely, me too.
Thank you. That's why I started the podcast, and I'm definitely not a racist, but for my Black people, my platform was to put us out here because they always put out what's going on in the neighborhood bad, or they down our Black people because all they do is use, the genre of music, for us to ambush one another or for us to, step on one another. And it's like, Dad, I wanted to use my platform. So whether if you feel like me and you got along or not, but if you have a business, this platform here is not just for me, but it's for you too, baby. This for you. We're going to network. We're going to put this out here. You get what I'm saying? So it's a way for us all to come from stuck out of poverty. It's a way for us to get out here, but you got to be willing to help yourself.
Absolutely.
Like you said, and we all flourishing through this pandemic. So, and it's not to say, oh, you can't sell, or what you selling I don't like. No, we voicing our opinion.
Yep.
So, on Let's Be Real. That's what this show is about.
For real.
So we're gonna get into a little bit more of your photos, because when I seen this photo, I was like, oh my gosh, where did this young man host this event at? When I looked, it was like all the food was gone. I was like, okay. So now I'm seeing chicken wing dinners.
So now chicken wings is just something that I just added just because I know how to cook chicken. But see, what people don't understand, it's a technique to cooking chicken. And you want your chicken to be nice and golden brown, and you want that batter to stick the right way. Okay. I put a little mustard on my chicken. I don't know if you put a little mustard on yours, but I put a little mustard on there, a little Saison, the little orange packets.
Okay.
You feel me? And then I even go as far as doing a egg bath.
So are you big onto, like some people blend seasons? Do you have your own special shape, your own special season? Are you even looking to come out with a season?
Oh, that's a real good question. I ain't really thought too far to coming out with my own.
Come on, you a cook now with your own.
But here's the thing though. I feel like, what I'm saying, it's so crazy. I ain't really too much. We used to watch Tabitha Brown until Wendy Williams said what she said about her, and now I see that she's with McCormick and she's got her own season now. I've been seeing that a lot for the past week, and it's been circulating in my mind. Like,
come on now. God speak to other people to speak to you.
Is all I'm saying.
Okay, so we have chicken wing dinners, and your chicken wing dinners go from 3 pieces up to
however many pieces, 20 piece, 25 piece,
okay,
30 piece.
Okay, and what is this?
Oh, so this this not my food right here.
This is not
food right here. I'm gonna advertise them because I'm here for all of this. This is Buffalo Sam's.
Okay.
Buffalo Sam's, right up on, if you're from out west, 290. That's right up on the corner of Cosner and Harrison. Buffalo Sam's got the chopped chicken.
Okay.
With the mild sauce and the nacho cheese.
Okay.
And I had just told them to give me 2 jalapeno peppers because I like stuff hot.
Okay. So the Buffalo Sam's one choice. I don't even know what Buffalo Sam's is, but I did see some things. So I thought like maybe that was your food too.
No, I had got that yesterday and just put it on Facebook. Like, if you know, you know, because everybody know.
Okay.
From out west, you know about Buffalo Sam's in that
not necessarily. Now what's up with these? This what?
Oh, so yeah, this was yesterday. Not yesterday. This was actually day before yesterday. Yesterday I took a day off because I was just tired. But this was the day before yesterday. I made egg rolls. So we had a buffalo chicken pan of meat. We had a jerk chicken pan of meat, a jerk steak pan of meat, and then we had an Italian beef pan of meat.
Oh my God.
They sold me out.
What is the most money you have made one day and just with like a pop-up shop?
Okay, in a pop-up shop, it varies because it all depends on, you feel me, what I'm selling. I can make up to like $800, $1,000 from just a pop-up shop alone. But just like selling egg rolls, I normally make about, I can sell like 200 or so egg rolls in a day.
Okay.
You feel me? Of course, they all different prices type thing.
Okay.
Them tacos for Taco Tuesday.
Tacos. What type of tacos are you big with make? Are you
Jerk
like
chicken, steak, ground beef, regular chicken, you know. Yes, yes, yes.
okay? And this is
Possession.
okay. So tell me about this pecan pie that you made for scratch.
Pecan pie cheesecake.
This is a pecan cheesecake.
Yes. So it's really just a pecan pie topping. But it's
Okay.
regular cheesecake with a pecan pie topping.
Okay. Okay.
Which
Look at you. Look at you. I am so happy. Oh my gosh. So do you have your business cards out?
Huh?
Do you have business cards?
I do.
Okay.
Yep, I do.
Okay. Would you like to share one of your business cards, like in the camera? Do you have any with you on hand?
It's not sitting right here next to me. It's like out in my car type thing.
Okay, no problem. Just make sure after.
You know what? As a matter of fact, though, I sent you a picture that got my logo on there, and that's what my business card looked like, and it got my Facebook and my Instagram on there. It should be on there.
Okay, no problem. So, a little bit more about the Sundace Treats and Eats LLC. So, what is big for the bakery on the bakery menu? What is the most selling bakery?
Stuffed chicken, stuffed salmon, and cheesecake.
On the bakery list is the cheesecake.
Cheesecake, yes. Cheesecake.
Okay. All right. So I do want to kind of switch topics, and my show is called Let's Be Real. So let's have a Let's Be Real moment.
Let's do it.
Now you're from 290 West Side, correct? Chicago. What school you went to?
I went to Milton Bronson, Math and Science Specialty, and I also went to ACT Charter.
Okay.
And killed that.
So you graduated from high school.
I did.
Do you think that plays a big part in male life with graduation?
I do. A lot of stuff that as an adult we need to know, we should have learned it in school. And I'm not even talking about college. I'm talking about kindergarten, preschool, kindergarten.
Well, your general studies.
General studies, exactly. Absolutely. Especially like a lot of common sense too should have been learned in school.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, in the neighborhood, I did see overnight that there were 3 women that were gunned down on Hamlin, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but I don't know the young ladies. My condolences to them. But being real, it's so much going on right now in this state.
Yeah.
It's Illinois. What's
real?
What the hell?
Honestly, I done got so sick and tired of the senseless gun violence and just us killing up each other. I think that's what's making me even more sad, that we killing up each other when a lot of us, you feel me, got so much on the inside of us that we need to share with the world. And when things like that happen, they don't get a chance to share with the world.
Let me ask you
a question. That's what eats me up the most.
Have you lost a sibling to any gun violence in Chicago?
I have. My oldest brother was killed in 2008, right around the corner from my house.
My deep condolences.
Do it.
My deepest condolences. But I want to ask you a question. And the reason I'm asking that is because you just said it can be senseless killing. And a lot of people do feel like it's senseless killing. But I want to ask you a question, an honest question. Let's be real. If you were to locate or know who your brother's killer was, would you want retaliation?
Absolutely.
So it's still us killing each other.
It is. Yep. It is.
It is. I mean, you're fine with that. So you will do what you have to do because you won't.
So I mean, I ain't gonna say that I would do what I can't even answer that right now. But I just know that there's still a void in my heart, and it's still, you know what I'm saying, a very, very sensitive topic. You know what I'm saying, as far as like, because my brother was my protection, you know, and so when that happened to my brother, I had to step up to be the oldest brother, you know, to make sure that my sister was good. She was pregnant with her first child, so my protection was gone. Now I have to step up, be the oldest brother to do, you know what I'm saying, the things that he used to do for us.
Okay. So do you think a lot of the killings are taking place right now due to retaliation?
Absolutely.
Do you think that there is any type of outlet where we may can, serve justice or get justice for what we want instead of, to replace the retaliation? What do you think
Um,
replace the
I think
retaliation?
I think that
Everyone's hurt behind losing someone, but it is so much killing going on. And
it really is.
oh my
And
God.
I'm gonna just say this. And some people may not agree with me, but I don't even know if you know this about myself, but I'm a licensed therapist. Well, I'll be a soon to be licensed therapist. I got a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling.
This black man, y'all
This
hearing
man,
it, be real. This is a black educated young man.
absolutely, from out west.
Okay.
But no, for real. Therapy. And if I can't be real, since we on Let's Be Real, as a child, our parents never told us about therapy. When we, you know what I'm saying, if something was going on, they weren't taking us to therapy to see a therapist. It was, go in your room. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You okay? Get out my face. It was that type of stuff. When whole time, it's stuff that's really going on. You know what I'm saying? And people be looking for somebody to talk to.
I'm sorry I lost you on the hearing.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. They be looking for somebody to talk to without being judged. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Somebody that'll be just a listening ear. And I feel like if people would go see a therapist, you know what I'm saying, I think that things could possibly work out.
Yeah, I do. But you also have to be willing to open up and talk to a therapist
Absolutely.
because a closed mind. You ever heard of the saying, and it was told to me the other day? Light penetrates everything but a dark hole.
Absolutely.
And my stepfather told me this. Like he gets into some deep conversations, and it's like, wow, I learned so much. But light penetrates everything but a dark hole. That could be the state of mind too. If your mind is dark, how can light or someone be able to get into you if you're just completely dark? So what is your advice? How would you recommend someone to open up to a therapist if they feel like they can't talk or they don't know how to?
That's really a good question because as a therapist, we face that issue on a daily basis. People that, especially somebody that's mandated to come to therapy, or if their parents are bringing them type thing. Um, I really would let them guide the conversation, even if they don't want to talk. If we got to sit in silence for a few minutes, we can sit in silence because you don't want to push the issue or make a person feel like either you go to therapy or your life ain't gonna be right. You don't want to make nobody feel like that. And see, I'm the type of person where I want to meet you on your level. I don't want to feel like I'm better than you or I'm the therapist, you're the client. I don't want to feel that relationship.
Like
You know
you're
what
a
I'm saying?
victim. Yeah, because it's like
Exactly.
you
I
open
want
up.
them to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So, like I said, even if we have to sit in silence for a little bit, we can sit in silence.
Mhm.
And then I may, start with some type of question, just to kind of get them opened up. Like maybe what's their favorite color, or what's the things they like to do in their free time. You know what I'm saying? And what I've noticed in the client's shoes is there are times where you can be talking about one thing and it'll bring up feelings of something else, and you will start talking about that, and you had no idea that this, you know what I'm saying, would even be coming up.
Yeah, true. And a lot of people some days now are they're with you, but they're not. So you
Right.
can be talking to someone and their mind can be a million other places.
Yep.
And so, right now with this violence that's taking over so much right now in the state of Illinois, it's like our women are under attack.
Yep.
Our babies are under attack. And I try so much to um I stress this so much by steady repeating this and saying like men have to do better by
Yeah.
women. but us women also have to do better by ourselves.
Yep.
You know, like even like now, you know that the system or you know a different nationality, they can't wait to say Black lives, and
Yep.
it's like to be a Black person, you Black lives matter, Black lives matter. You want this or you want that, but as a Black person, you are tearing down your own community. You yourself are not, you know, trying to bring nothing resourceful to your community to help out your Black people
Yep.
or the Black lives that you do say matter. So,
Yep.
you know, we did touch a soft topic for you. Like you said, it is still soft. It's your brother, it's your sibling. So, for those out there who are doing a lot of retaliating, killing, and things like that, do you have anything to say to them that may can replace the retaliation, or at this moment you like, you know what, I just I don't know what to say because I haven't lost a sibling, nor
Yeah.
have I lost
It's
a mother
hard.
just
And
yet.
even after all these years, since 2008, after all these years, it's still hard. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, man, because I pray a lot. Prayer works. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do things that help me not think about it. And then I try to think about some of the positive memories that we shared. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it really is hard though.
How do you feel about the babies now? Like more of our babies are starting to lose their lives.
That is literally making me sick to my stomach. I can't even.
Do you have children?
I don't. I got one baby, and it's this little dog right
No. Okay.
here. My
Like
sister
even for your
kids.
nieces and your
Yeah,
nephews, do
I was
you
about to
fear?
say my sister kids. Those my kids.
Okay.
My sister
And
kids.
how do
Nisha
you
and
feel?
Nisha, the son, that's my son too.
And how do you feel about your siblings, kids coming up with you? Are you afraid of their safety living in the state of Chicago?
Um. Well, oh, she don't live here anymore.
Okay.
So she took the kids away. But I just all kids, period. I fear for their safety because it's just too much stuff going on. It really is.
Times have changed. We
Absolutely.
used to can walk around the block to the corner store. It's not
Yep.
safe no more. You
Nope.
know, and just like coming off of the west side, it would be nice to walk into Best Foods or any
Right.
uh, convenience store that's in the hood and see Sunday Sweet Treats and Eats LLC. Like, have you ever spoken to any of those stores to like kind of put your bakery dishes out there, or anything like that?
Well, yeah, I've spoken to people at the Fresh Market on out south over east,
Okay.
and I was spoken to the people over here at Peace Market right off Austin and Lake. So
Oh.
I got a few things in the works. Some new stuff will be coming up, and I'll be sure to share it just as soon as good news starts coming my way.
Have you ever thought about tweaking to give back to, or just to keep their names alive? And I'm not going to say all of the lives don't matter across the U.S., but coming from Chicago, have you thought
Mhm.
about doing a Pinkie Pie or a Trayvon Taco?
Oh, I
Just
have not
to keep
thought
their
about that, but
names
that's some really.
alive.
I have not thought about that, but that's some really good stuff right there.
You know, just
Those
to
are
keep
really
their
good ideas.
names alive. A Sandra Bland burger,
Right.
which is Sandra Bland. I definitely don't mean to butcher no one's name because, oh, my name is Shaquan. I get called Shaquin, and
Right. All of that. Yeah.
but you know, just let's just being real. Like, you know, it's always good to not run from your community, but always try to put back into the community. And I'm not saying naming a treat after someone like that would be putting back, but it's also keeping their name alive, you
Absolutely.
know. So even for your brother, come up with something, some special dish for skeezy treats or something, or
That part. Yep.
you know, just keep that thought out there. Always check back in with me. I can't wait to see what is going to happen with Sunday.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I really appreciate you taking your time out to come up on this platform and
No, not a
put it out
problem.
there. So
Not a problem.
I did see one more thing though before I let you go, because I call you was like the second person that came on my show. I call a jack of all trades. Okay, jack of all trades. What's up with this bingo game? I have joined
Bingo,
the
bingo, bingo,
bingo game.
bingo.
I joined the bingo game one day with you. I was so upset. I was thirsty that I was going to win. I put $15 up there, the number that I wanted. I couldn't pick, and that was the winning
Right.
number. I was like, gosh, great minds think alike.
So Bingo started from. I'm gonna tell you how it's so crazy how it started. So one of my friends, her name is Tika. She she added me to a group one day and she was like, play the game real quick. I'm like, okay. So it was like $10 for $100 or something like that. So I played the $10 game. I picked a number. I think I picked two numbers or something. My number ended up winning. So boom, I had one. It was like $110. I won that. So I played it again. And it was like this the neighbor game. So if this person win, their neighbors win too. I happen to be a neighbor and I won $40. So I put on Facebook, I'm like, look, y'all, I just won $150 off playing the bingo. So I'm talking about so many of my friends on my Facebook page was like, add me, add me, add me, add me. So I started adding them all to the lady page. And I kid you not, where I'm at right now, I was standing on this porch right outside. And I was just standing there and I said, damn, all these people I just added to that group, I might as well start my own. And it was just a playful thought. I ain't think none of it.
Okay.
Girl, I put together a bingo page and had no idea that within 2 weeks I would have 2.3K members.
Oh, wow.
Playing faithfully every single day, all day long.
I quit. I wasn't doing another $15. Fuck that.
I know. But see, they be playing. Listen, I got players that want to play I got the smaller games, it's the $5 to $10 game. Then I got the $20 game. Then I got some games that cost $50 a letter or a number, $100 a number or a letter, $200 a number or a letter. So, but now in this season, I'm more so focused on my businesses that I only really play bingo when I get a chance. You know what I'm saying? So like I played a few, right? Exactly. So I can just alternate some days. If I ain't doing nothing, I'll run a few bingo games or whatever. And the thing about bingo is you got to know your crowd.
Okay.
Everybody can't play the $50 game. Everybody can't play the $200 game. So you want to make sure that you got games that's gonna suit everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's how that goes.
People think that it was a scam.
A lot of people thought it was a scam.
Going on out here now.
There's too many scams, and I'm just sick of them. And that's why I try to. I'm very, very cautious of not getting scammed because people don't even try to scam me on bingo. They'll make a Cash App page and act like it's me, and have my players to send Cash Apps to them.
Oh wow, yeah, the thirst is real. The thirst is real.
Yeah, so
Well, what's the most money you have made off this bingo game?
I'd rather not share.
I'm nosy because it's like maybe I should get into it, or maybe I should. Okay, ballpark, Frank. What would you say to anybody who do want to get into it? Why would you?
I say this: get in it. If you want to get in it, get in it. But the thing about it is, you cannot
come in and thinking they're gonna win what you want.
Exactly. You cannot come in thinking that everybody gonna want to play all day, every day. You can't come in thinking that everybody gotta play with you because they don't gotta play with you. This they funds that they're using.
Oh, so you have to find someone else that's willing to play with you. It's not like you play against random people. You have to pick these
group and all that stuff, and people got to be willing to play because they playing with their own funds. So.
Okay. So before we do wrap it up on this Thursday, do you have any questions for me?
What made you move to Houston?
I moved to Houston because I just needed to really take a change. It was definitely time for a change, and not just for me, because everything I was doing in Chicago, it was always about my kids, Yeah. But now being away from so many distractions, I am really more focused than I have ever been. I didn't even know nothing about a podcast. I wasn't even ever thinking about putting myself first as far as career-wise. And I'm honest, let's be real. I was trying to not live through my daughter, but because I saw that it was a door opening for her with the acting, I just was falling back, and I was just so focused on trying to be a momager that it was like, wow, what do you have as for yourself? So, when I got here to Texas, just being a different atmosphere, different weather, different environment, it was like I got here on a Monday and Wednesday, boom, I was starting the podcast. It just, life was written, so it's not even so much of me. Sometimes God can give you your future during your presence, and so I was always seeing doors being open for me. I just didn't know what it was. Like sometimes I get very anxious in life, and I'll be like, "Ooh, something is going to happen," and then later on the line, it was this or X, Y, Z. So I'm a big firm believer in God. I do feel like he wrote my life, so he knew when I was gonna come to Texas, when this was gonna happen. And that's for anybody. Sometimes we can be so worked up with trying to make ourselves better. Now you're supposed to participate in your rescue, but put a lot of things into God's hand. He gonna deliver you and he gonna put you where you need to be. I think I lost you again with the sound.
Can you
So
hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, but
Okay, cool.
this is the best move I've ever made. Ever in life.
I love it. I love it.
This,
I
some
love it.
people can cap their happiness. I've
Yeah.
not been a capper before, but this is so genuine. This is
Yeah.
so natural.
And I'm here for it. I love it.
This is me. And people don't even know what I'm about to do with this show. It's
all I gotta say is keep on working towards your goals, and you're
absolutely.
gonna make it. You're gonna
Yeah.
make it.
And that's
And I'm gonna tell you something else my pastor said. If it don't scare you, it ain't big enough.
okay. All right. You ever heard that too? Okay. Yes. I like that. I like that. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So I thank you for giving us your time today. Once again, this is Sunday Sweet Treats and Eats LLC.
Yo.
Thank you for tuning in with us on this Thursday. Don't be a stranger now. Tap back
I'm
in,
not.
let me know some dishes. Even when I come
Absolutely.
to Chicago, I'll stop by and
Absolutely.
see you. But we're gonna get this out here. Peace
Yep.
until next
All
time.
right. See you.
See you.